Did you ever see the movie The Producers?
No.
Yeah.
Tell
Okay.
us about it.
The movie The Producers is about a shyster producer in New York and his accountant who realized that if they can produce an absolute flop, if they're sure it's going to be a flop, they can sell 1,000 shares. Instead of 100%, they can sell 1,000% of the production. It'll fold on the second day, and they never have to give anything back. It's all okay. I honestly, if you want to, I would take a bet that people like Carter Page, Paul Manafort, all the people that we know to be linked to Russia, they never thought in a million years that Trump would win.
Right.
They thought that they could ingratiate themselves with the Kremlin, ingratiate themselves with Trump, maybe even get a share of his media empire after the election. But when he lost, there would never be an investigation. And then he won, and it's like springtime for Hitler.
There's another, which is the name of the show in The Producers, by the way. There's another angle, too, which is that Trump actually, in his prior to running for president, he had a 10-year period in his business where, starting in the early 2000s, he was basically bankrupt and on his way out, and has been in the real estate development world. And through an infusion of what is pretty much known to be private money coming from post-Soviet states, from people who were involved in relatively shady dealings, probably well known in the Kremlin, there was a lot of money flowing into development projects that brought him back from the edge of basically being forgotten. And so, in other words, what he has to hide might not necessarily be for him personally during the election, but he doesn't want a lot of scrutiny of his business ties,
which is why we haven't seen his income taxes.
Exactly, but that sort of stuff would compromise him just as much, because if the Kremlin has
as far as we know, that's not what the FBI investigation is about.
No, but they're getting financial records, which might show some stuff.
Well, they're all over the Ukraine right now.